Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to your UI7 News Update. I'm Jared Farmer. Let's take a look at some of the stories making national news. The impeachment inquiry on President Donald Trump is continuing to ramp up. Fiona Hill, the White House's former top Russia advisor, told impeachment investigators that the president's personal lawyer, Rudy Giuliani, ran a shadow foreign policy in Ukraine. Said policy circumvented U.S. officials and career diplomats in order to personally benefit Trump. After the 10-hour trial, House Republicans contended that they were being treated unfairly.
The White House announced this morning that Trump wasn't expected to make any public appearances, but his fury over Democrats' impeachment probe flared on Twitter, at one point quoting the conservative talk radio host Mark Levin, who made this claim.
Serial murders get more due process than the Democrats want to give to the President of the United States.
Just as it appeared the president was distancing himself from his chief defender in the impeachment probe, Trump tossed Rudy Giuliani a lifeline.
I stand behind Rudy Giuliani, absolutely.
The two had lunch at his golf course outside Washington Saturday in a show of public support, after Trump himself threw the relationship into question.
I know nothing about him being under investigation. As somebody said, I heard a report today. I can't imagine it.
Aides say the president will likely continue to lash out as his current and former officials make their way to Capitol Hill, defying a White House pledge not to cooperate with an inquiry they say isn't legitimate.
The idea that the whistleblower would be allowed to testify in writing as to hearsay testimony offends every concept of due process.
The same Republican
Michael McKinley, the former senior advisor to Secretary of State Mike Pompeo, is expected to be the next person to testify behind closed doors tomorrow. Fortnite gamers face many obstacles and tough opponents on their way to that victory royale, but now they face a black hole? After a delay of a week, Fortnite Season 10 finished up last Sunday with the End event that would have introduced them to Season 11. But when the clock struck midnight, fans of the game were presented with this black screen. The end turned out to be quite literal as the game became unplayable after the event started. The Battle Royale multiplayer rose to popularity in the fall of 2017 and quickly joined among the ranks of Call of Duty, Madden, 2K, and Grand Theft Auto as one of the most popular video games in the world. At its peak, the game broke streaming records on Twitch and in 2018 alone brought in $2.4 billion in revenue. The game has been able to keep a steady diet of players by constantly changing its map and the weapons at a player's disposal. However, with a black hole taking over Fortnite's loading screen, it pains me to say that I'll never be able to ask the boys, where are we landing again? Now on to some more lighthearted news. A dog had a hike that might have been a little bit too much for it to handle, but what could have been a scary situation turned out to be an adorable clip and a good laugh. Let's take a look. This Tibetan Mastiff, Floyd, was on a hike with his owner along a trail in Utah last night. The poor 190-pound fur ball was a little too exhausted to keep walking on his trip, so the Salt Lake City County Sheriff's Search and Rescue Squad came by and gave him a lift. Floyd must have been really tired, but it sure looked like he was a good boy in this clip. And I know that search and rescue team is getting their arm days in because 190 pounds, now that is a big dog. And speaking of big dogs, the Fighting Illini unveiled the cherry on top of their new Smith Center, a statue honoring Dick Butkus. The Illini football team hosted the ceremony outside of the Smith Center, bracing the elements Friday afternoon to honor the legendary alum.
Player of all time is subjective, but I think it's fair to say that Illinois not only has the greatest offensive football player of all time in Rudd Grange, but the greatest, most feared, toughest, and most respected player in both collegiate and NFL history in Dick Butkus.
That'll be all the time that we have today, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning in. I'm Jared Farmer, and this has been your UI7 News Update.